Let's get into Man City versus Tottenham, right? You know, I was the only one, I think, on the live watch-along that predicted a Spurs win.
Did you predict that before that?
2-1.
When we did it here?
I think I did.
No, you went 2-2.
Okay,
sure,
2-2.
So
you
you
still give him a point.
I think you did a draw.
I think you said 1.
No, I said it, man.
We went narrow City wins.
They're good. Tottenham have got the thing on them.
Well, you say that, Robbie. Pep has now lost to Tottenham 10 times as a Manchester City manager, joint most with Liverpool. So we've both beaten them 10 times each. Haaland missing a couple of sitters. James Trafford with, let's be honest, a bit of a howler on his home debut in the Prem.
That was
He
should have
definitely
been. Why was that not discussed even further? Right?
Only because you won.
Yeah,
right? Because to me, if you hadn't won that game, that would have been the story of the weekend. Because how
he's not been sent off.
What's going on with the VAR already?
You know, he's actually handballed it outside the box, and he's kneed him in the chest. And then there was a foul after that.
Double jeopardy.
Yeah.
That's 2 in 2 weeks because their game last week as well.
Disgrace.
The handball, the bat away basketball.
I mean, that's 2 VARs.
And Fulham.
And Gahey in the wall.
On Bassey.
What it is, right, in both games, the VAR have got away with it because Liverpool won and you won. Right, so
we've saved them.
You kind of just said, I'll allow it because we won the game. But terrible decisions. Trafford, when I saw that, I was like, what's he still... Even in real time, I'm like, he's gone.
Handball's one thing, but then he's kneed the player.
Yeah.
And, you know, Tottenham win the game.
Crazy.
It completely took him out. And I don't understand how. I understand now, in hindsight, why it wasn't a big talking point. But even at the time, I know we couldn't hear the comms because we was doing the watch along. But it's just like, how was that not even checked further? I don't even know if that was checked. Was it checked?
No, well, I don't think it was checked. No,
it was checked.
Was it checked?
It was checked. I was watching it on TV.
And
it was checked.
You know when they check it and then they say, "Well, we're hearing the VAR said."
They saw they tried to make it out like it was almost like a kind of coming together type thing. It
Mm.
weren't.
2000.
And also, can you if that was up the other end on like, I'm not saying there's a conspiracy,
given.
but if that's Vicario,
he's off.
On Haaland, he's off.
Yeah.
100%.
Man City in instances where they've been wronged by VAR, and there's not many that spring to mind. You know, that is a clear red card.
No, it was a shocking.
As poor as Man City were, and we have to talk about, you know, the Haaland sitter miss and
Mamouche missed a one-on-one.
Yeah.
Mamouche and Cherki's dragged after 53 minutes. We have to big up Tottenham. I think that's the main point here, is that Tottenham, under a new manager, his second win, 2 clean sheets for Tottenham Hotspur. Who would have thought that?
Not me.
In April, May. No way. So, listen, fantastic result that.
It was really good, and I think I said it the other day that all I'm loving right now is the tactical awareness, the clean sheets. If someone said to me, "You've got 2 games in, no goals conceded, clean sheets," like that's what I've been crying for the last 2 seasons, right? Just having a manager that can adapt, have tactics. I know that in the Europa League we did see a bit of Ange movement, but aside from that, we've seen nothing for 2 seasons, right? It was just all out kamikaze football, just go, go, go. And I really like Thomas Frank. I think it, like, when he come in, I think Fuad's one that's always been like, Thomas Frank, that's the guy. And I know it is very early, but I think I would have preferred maybe someone like an Iraola, more of the kind of playing style of that I saw at Bournemouth. But actually, I think that having seen what I've seen so far, the adaptability, how he can be pragmatic, you know, building the team, you can counter when you need to counter, but you're really solid. Having that is like a really like nice breath of fresh air, and it's not too much like it's like Conte in his second season or Jose. It's just a lot more balanced, and I love seeing that. And then when we go forward, we look good as well. And I feel like it's so annoying that we haven't got a Gibbs White. It's obviously frustrating about the Eze situation, but what I think Kulusevski is going to come back into that side, Maddison's going to come back into that side.
They're still going to spend as well.
They will spend on someone. I mean, I still think 80 odd mil ever they're going to spend on Savinho, if that goes through, is crazy for that particular player. Yeah. But you know, there are a lot of positives, and that's not really something I've been able to say for a long time about Tottenham.
Yeah, no, looking in on Tottenham, I'm envious, to be honest. Like, it's early signs, but you can see just off of like the first couple of positive signs, even from that PSG game, just the PSG game when he'd been there, Thomas Frank, like 5 weeks, maybe 6 weeks tops, I don't know, something like that. And you're seeing a team from 17th be able to be with a manager for a short period of time and compete against European champions. Yes, they fell short. We managed to get the final laugh just with the Spursy thing. But actually, what you saw was him going, right, I can get these players to all buy into what I'm asking for. Like, I went and checked. He was playing 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1 in the other pre-season friendlies. He goes, right, for PSG, we're doing this. For Brentford at home, I'm bringing back in Archie Gray, I'm bringing back in Bergwijn. Sorry, not Brentford, Burnley.
Burnley, yeah.
Because they're going to low block, we're going to do this. Then for City, it's a different mandate. And then listening to him speak afterwards when he said, look, I like defending in this way in terms of pressuring opposition. It's more fun to play. And I got entertained. Like, I want my managers to be saying them things.
The level of pressing in that game was unbelievable. They were non-stop. It was just so nice to watch. And I also just want to big up to a few players in that system. So firstly, I'm falling very much in love with a lone player in João Palhinha.
Never do that.
I know never fall in love with a lone player, but I am. He is exactly what we have needed so much for so long, just to give that back line a little bit of help and security. Sarr, again, I've always loved Sarr, to be fair. Even when no one was in the fan club, I was in there. But the legs on him, so good. Kudus as well, just great, really good signing, just so strong. The way he drives forward. And I was going to say, I know I've said it a few weeks now, Richarlison, I know people will always hold the price tag over him, but I'll never ever doubt his work rate. And I think for him, it's just having a run in the team. And you're keeping out Solanke at the minute, which is fine and which is fair. 2 expensive signings, but. Yeah. I love what Richarlison does. I love the fact that he is dogged. He will try and win the fouls. He will play a bit dirty. And that is something that Spurs never have. They never have this they're such a soft underbelly usually that you want a player that's got a bit about them. And at the minute, you can't take him out of that side.
No, I thought they bullied City, to be honest. But outside maybe the first 10 minutes where City looked sharp, they looked like they do something. They won all the duels. Tottenham in that midfield. Man City were weak. In that first phase when they're trying to play out, Tottenham are pressing them high up the pitch. I'm looking at Trafford. Why have you not played it long? Haaland is now in a 1v1 situation on the halfway line. We've seen it so many times before. He's got loads of pace. He'll do the long strides. He'll run at the defence, run at the goalkeeper. The 1v1 opportunities there. Just go direct. Have a bit of balance to your play. And that's what Tottenham had with Thomas Frank. They had balance. They played out from the back when they needed to. They went long when they needed to. I thought Romero was brilliant as well in defence. Romero touched tight on Haaland. Everybody speaks about his aggression and his lack of discipline and whatnot. And to be honest, I was looking at the records. He's not even picking up that many red cards recently. But this guy as a defender is a really, really good defender. Really good.
And now he's a captain as well.
Yeah, and now he's a captain. He signed a new deal. He's got everything. He's not slouch. He's not slow, right? He's good on the ball. He's good in the air. He's aggressive. He's a leader. He's done it in major tournaments. He's maturing, and I see similar things with when we had Rudiger. Rudiger got off to a really bad start at Chelsea in terms of he was really rash. He was really aggressive and didn't get the timings right. Made silly decisions. Got cooked a few times. And then as he got older, he started to show that maturity and that leadership. And then he just became this really, really top centre back. Yeah. And I see very similar with Romero. So it was a really good performance.
On him, I saw something yesterday that said I think his last sending off was in 2023, and last season he was only booked 3 times. And
it doesn't feel like that.
No, it doesn't feel like that because you always think he can do he's on the edge. He could go either way, or he could just steam into someone. But actually, you're right when you talk about the maturity. And I've been someone that's been on his case a lot, whether or not he's committed to Spurs. There was a lot of links with him going to Atletico in the summer, but he's got that now. It's time for you to step up. And him and Mickey Van de Ven are a lovely little partnership that can be built there as long as they can both stay fit.
That's
it's a time thing now, isn't it? They've it's the first 2 games. Yeah. You can't ask for having a couple of clean sheets, winning a couple of games.
Spence.
Oh,
Jed Spence.
So good. And then that photo on Instagram, he's like, send me your favourite winger.
I love it. But I love it.
Did lose 22 games last year.
No, he didn't.
No,
the team did.
He did not. He was one of the only.
He was actually one of Tottenham's best players.
He's been good.
No, he's wicked. But
you're not gonna.
It's all right to say that now.
It's
okay to say that now after you beat City. But where were you saying that at Ipswich at home last year?
I was saying that the whole time about.
No, not you. I'm saying him saying that.
But Jed Spence, that team last year, that was what it was, right? When you've got 17 injuries all going on around the same time. What can you do? They threw away the league. They didn't want to focus on it. Fine. Ended up getting a trophy. I'm fine with that. Cool. We move on. But Jed Spence, he's had a difficult time at Tottenham. Found it really hard under Conte. Couldn't break in. And obviously the injuries allowed him to come into that. You forget he's also playing out of position as well. And no one even talks about it because he's so good at it. And you want someone that's got that confidence saying, yeah, bring me a winger. Yeah. I'll lock him up.
I do agree with you that with him though. Just calm down a bit. You know what I mean?
Spence. Spence or who?
What Spence said. It's the second game.
What he said? What did he say?
No, but he's backing him, not the team.
No.
On social media.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
He says, I'm going to lock up your favourite winger.
Don't get me wrong. I love it.
Yeah, so if there's a game where he gets cooked, then he has to hold it.
I love it, but you're going to have to hold it.
Of course, if he gets cooked, of course.
Was it Lewis Skelly that said that to Haaland last season?
didn't say nothing to Haaland, right? Haaland said to him, "Who the F are you?" Right. So when they played him and he scored, he just went, "Yeah, done his
And
celebration."
I remember you loved it.
Right? Yeah,
So
I didn't love it.
That was a man that played 3-4
no, but
times
he
for your
didn't
club.
start it, did he? He sort of think, listen, I'm not.
Don't
Hold
get
on.
on Jed.
Wait.
Don't get on
I'm not
Jed
against.
Spence.
I'm not against him doing what he did. I love all that, but I'm just saying it's very early to do it. Listen, let me just say.
If Gyökeres is going to do the hair flicks thing and be rattled after one game,
he's doing the hair flicks thing because he's getting bare sticks.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying, that's fine. But you do that this week. If you go 3 without scoring, then it's a long season.
For him,
let me just say on the Tottenham thing, yeah, right. Let me just say on the Tottenham
Defending
thing,
his captain,
right. You'd have probably all expected me to hate on it, but I did say last week, even before that game, right? I said I feel Tottenham will do all right in that game. I said when they played us in Hong Kong, I saw a different Tottenham, very well organised. Obviously, the players are listening to the manager and that. I said when they played against PSG, even though I was very happy that it turned out. I'm an Arsenal fan, of course, but again, they had a game plan, and I think this guy is a good manager, man. I'm getting a bit worried about it because the way they played, they deserved to win that game all day long, even though City had some early chances. You're right, Haaland missed an easy one, Marmoush one-on-one.
But they didn't create 5 or 6 massive chances.
Yeah, but to be honest, right, Spurs dominated that game from start to finish. They were well organised. They really, especially in the second half, they looked untroubled. It was like pretty like.
We'll see this out.
I was looking at City as well, and I was thinking. Again, I don't want us. It's too early to think. And they had a lot of the big guns on the bench, and they had Rodri's not in thing yet, Foden's not really in play yet, nor is Bernardo Silva. But then also I was looking at and thinking, are they going to be those guys as peak as good as they've been? Because now they're the main guys. Because there's no more De Bruyne. And even last week, everyone's bigging up Reinders, right? And I thought that was a kind of welcome to the Premier League Reinders. Because remember that time he's like waiting for the ball to bounce? And Kudus just went, well done, man. Kudus was... They couldn't deal with the physicality of Kudus either. And I was just looking at City defensively and I was like, I don't know, man. And then what was Pep doing? Where was all the width and everything in that game? Like...
What did you think?
It was a strange performance.
Like, did you think that was?
But he's going to be out because they're going to get Donnarumma and he's going to be on the bench.
How can you?
And even that flex,
Edison's so much better.
But even that, I'm looking at Edison on the bench, and then I'm looking Donnarumma. The way in which City play, is that going to suit?
Yeah.
Edison's
still the best candidate
even
for that.
Even when you talk to PSG fans, they love Donnarumma, but they all said he's not good with the ball at his feet, and that's how City. It's a bit of a strange time.
That pass, it was like a 5-yard pass inside his own box to the defender, which Spurs, get. Did they actually score? I think did that lead to the second goal, or did they get away with that?
That was the second
goal.
That was the second goal.
So that you get told as a 5-year-old.
Done a similar one as well.
Yeah,
he got away with it.
Pep's got his philosophy, and it's obviously so successful. But you get told as a 5-year-old, never play across your own box, and if you're playing it into the defender who's 6-7 yards away with his
and he can't
facing you, that is a suicidal pass. You can't do that.
Although you got all these managers now, it's risk and reward. Yeah, trust your player.
Idiot thing, like that 6-yard box with a man right behind him and get rid of the ball.
They both did it, innit? Because Vicario done it as well.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with smashing it.
When you're playing that pass to him, what are you asking him to do?
Really,
he has to pass it back to you.
Yeah,
so you may as well just launch it.
Yeah,
because it's not like he's gonna be able to receive on the 6-yard box, turn, twist. The press was so high.
Yeah.
No time to scan as
you
well.
as the goalkeeper can see everything.
Iniesta wouldn't have got out of that, bro.
You have,
he wouldn't have got out of that, bro. By the time you pass it to him, was it Paulinho?
Yeah.
He was already there.
Yeah.
You've passed it. It's not like you pass it with, I think by the time it gets there,
Yeah.
you might get. He's already there.
He's already there.
And 9 times out of 10, when they do these short goal kicks, it ends up just a quick pass back to the goalkeeper, and then he smashes it.
Anyway. Yeah.
So just beat that step.
You got to hand it to Spurs, man. They play very, very well. They deserve to win that game. That was a good performance.
They're making me like them again, and I don't like it.
Yeah, well,
and you're falling in love with
I know.
Alonso.
Good stuff.
They're making me start to. This is what happens every time I get a new manager. Start to fall in love with the manager, and then it's just.
First that is true. The first.
But Big Ange,
I think he's different though.
Yeah.
So did Conte.
Don't do
But
that.
the only thing I was.
Yeah.
It's the history of the Tottenham. I'm not falling in love.
No, listen, massive result that for Spurs. Let us know what you think about that one. Couple